It's time for this week's episode of Brandon Sports Talk, featuring in-depth interviews from those who are trending in the world of athletics. And now, here's the host of Brandon Sports Talk, Brandon Pate.
Welcome back to Brandon Sports Talk. In today's episode, I have the privilege to interview the Minnesota Whitecaps NWHL hockey player, Meghan Lorence. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. Can you talk about how you knew that you wanted to play professional hockey?
Yeah, growing up in Minnesota, I've always been surrounded by hockey. I've played hockey my entire life. And so when I got to college, it was really hard to give up just because you worked your entire life to get to that point. And then knowing that the Minnesota Whitecaps had a team and knowing majority of the ladies on it, I was fortunate enough to join that before they were in the NWHL. So I was part of that team, and then they took the leap to become a part of the NWHL. So it was a cool experience just to be able to continue playing hockey after college.
Can you talk about, of course, your hockey time with the University of Minnesota?
Yeah, it was a great experience. Probably some of the best 4 years of my life. Just being a part of the team and having the chance of being so successful with the team was a great experience. The culture with the Gophers was, it's hard to come by for sure. Whether it's coaches, your teammates, nothing really beat it. So it was a great experience and something I'd never give up or change.
What did it feel like to you to go to the NCAA Frozen Four in 2014, your senior year?
Yeah, it was a great experience. But prior to that, I was fortunate enough to make it to the national championship game 3 years, and so that one was being my fourth year. Having to win it two times prior to that was a good experience, and obviously something I'll always remember. But having it be your senior year, that just makes it a little bit more special, and ending your college career on a winning note. It's not something many people can say that they did, so I'm very honored to have had that opportunity.
How did it feel whenever you put on your college jersey for the first time?
Yeah, it was, it was very surreal. I grew up in Minnesota, obviously, and grew up going to all the Gopher women's hockey games and watching it as a little kid. And I remember always going to skate with the Gophers so little girls can go out and skate with the team. And I was always a huge fan of the Gophers. So getting the chance of being a Gopher myself and then putting on that jersey for the first time, it didn't really seem real, but it was a great chance and great honor.
How did it feel to grow up in Minnesota and play for the Minnesota Gophers and also get to play professional in the same state as Minnesota?
Yeah, Minnesota is obviously a huge hockey state, and so there's always many chances of playing in Minnesota. And so I guess just continuing my hockey career at the University of Minnesota, and then again with the Whitecaps, I've been very fortunate in that sense. I'm a big homebody, so being able to stay in my home state and have my family still come to games, my friends, that was huge for me. And it was a great experience, and I'm very fortunate for it.
What was it like signing with the Minnesota Whitecaps?
Yeah, so before they were in the NWHL, I was a part of the team, and so when they did make it and join the NWHL, it was pretty surreal just knowing that we were finally able to get paid to play instead of playing to pay, and so it was just a great experience, and just to see how far the game had come from prior to joining the NWHL, and then how far it's come today. It's pretty remarkable, and I'm excited to see more improvements.
What is it like playing professional in your own state of Minnesota?
Yeah, it's a dream come true. Every every child that plays hockey, I mean, always grows up to play, dreams of playing professionally. And so just having that chance of playing in the state of hockey, and playing professionally, I mean, it's a great experience and something I'd never give up for sure. So definitely an honor.
What was it like playing in the NWHL AllStar game in 2020?
Yeah, that was also a great experience. That was my first year in the league, and so just having the chance of having that, being a part of that All-Star weekend with the best, from the other teams as well. I mean, we always play against each other, but we were never on the same team or really able to, communicate or get to know each other that well. So that was a good experience, just getting to know other girls on the other teams and, just being part of that All-Star weekend for the NWHL.
How has your professional playing experience helped you in your coaching experience as an instructor?
Yeah, honestly, it's made me, more of a better player and just understanding the game more, just coaching and being on the other side of the game. It's huge and, something we always tell the players, and then you realize, oh, maybe I'm doing that myself. So, I mean, being on that other side of the game and coaching, definitely improves my own game, and the knowledge there.
What have you accomplished while playing for the Minnesota Whitecaps?
Yeah, so the 2 years that I've played with the Minnesota Whitecaps in the NWHL, we've made it to the Isabel Cup final both years. The first year, that I played, it unfortunately got canceled due to COVID, and we weren't able to make that up. But then this past year, having it having the game in the, Isabel Cup finals, being played on, NBC Sports, that was a huge opportunity for women's hockey, and, unfortunately, the outcome wasn't what the Whitecaps wanted or expected there. But, just being making it to that final game both years, it was a great experience.
How did it feel to play in Lake Placid for the Isabel Cup?
Yeah, that was definitely an interesting experience. None of us really knew what to expect or what was to come. But I mean, just being able to get the chance of playing hockey and being with your teammates, it took a lot. Just being able to be away for those 2 weeks, just because we have other obligations, and we all have full-time jobs and families at home. So that was challenging, but we were just fortunate enough just to have a season and, be able to play some games while we were there.
Can you talk about, of course, the challenges you face with being professional athletes that don't get paid enough to have it as a full-time job and you have to get other side jobs?
Yeah, and obviously for the league, every business has to start somewhere. So all the resources aren't quite there yet, but the league has shown that, they've made big improvements like year to year. So college is a good example as far as like time management. In college, I mean, you'd go to classes, you'd have to study, you'd have to take tests, do your homework. So it's a lot of time management. And it's the same now, I would say, with managing your full-time job during the day and then, going to practice or games on the weekends. So definitely time management that has to take place, because a lot of us are coaching and, with our full-time jobs, but, definitely manageable. And, I wouldn't give up the opportunity for anything. Just still being able to have my professional work career and then also being a professional hockey player at the same time.
With, of course, the NWHL getting more national TV time, along with the salary cap going up this past week, do you see in the future that y'all will have where y'all would be like the NHL and those professional athletes only do hockey?
I mean, that's obviously a dream come true for, any of us in the league. I don't necessarily see, women's hockey get to that point, in the near future, if ever. But obviously, it's a dream come true, and if it could happen, great. But I mean, just having the opportunity to play hockey and being paid to play hockey of what you love, I mean, you can't be too picky. What more can you ask for? You still be able to play your sport that you've played your entire life.
What is a typical game day like for you with the Minnesota Whitecaps?
Yeah, so this past year it was obviously a bit different, being in Lake Placid and then finishing it out in Boston. But on a non-COVID year, I would say get up, get your legs moving, get a little workout in, just to get energized and eat a good breakfast. Probably watch some Netflix, or if there's a hockey game on, watch that, and then get to the rink early and socialize with your teammates, have fun, and warm up, and then it's time. It's time to play hockey.
What are some of your game day rituals for game day like?
Yeah, so I'm not super superstitious like a lot of people are. Obviously, you have to tape the stick and have a fresh tape job. But otherwise, I mean, just get nice and loose before the game, get a warm up in. But I like to keep it pretty simple and pretty loose, have a good time with my teammates, and not take it too seriously. Because if you overthink things, then I feel like it just gets to your head and you don't really play that well, at least for me anyway. So just like to have some fun with my teammates.
Who are some of your favorite players that you play against while playing hockey?
Yeah, so Jillian Dempsey, she's obviously a great athlete and leader on Boston, and during the 2020 All-Star weekend, I was fortunate enough to be on her team, so just getting to know her a little bit more. So she's obviously one that I've always looked up to. But the biggest one is one of my teammates, and Winnie Brown. She coached me growing up, and I still coach for her in Minnesota and help younger athletes. So she's always been a role model of mine. So being able to be coached by her and then to be playing with her, I mean, it's pretty special, and definitely I'm very grateful to just be friends with her, be close to her, and be able to be her teammate now.
What are some of your future plans whenever it comes to your playing career?
Yeah, just kind of take it year by year here, but definitely still continue to play hockey. I'll still be involved with coaching quite a bit, and then with my professional work career as well. But whenever I get a chance to play in hockey, definitely will take advantage of that.
What advice would you give college athletes that are looking to play college hockey?
Yeah, so definitely just have fun with it. I mean, it's a great opportunity to play professionally after college. I mean, hanging up the skates after college isn't easy. And so just having the chance of playing professionally after college is a great opportunity and just a chance to help grow the game. So I guess advice is definitely take advantage of the opportunities you are given, and make the best of it.
What advice would you give upcoming current and future players that are playing professional hockey?
Could you repeat that one?
What advice would you give upcoming current players and professional players that are playing hockey right now?
Yeah, so I mean, just take it day by day and be grateful every time that you get to hit the ice. I mean, it's a game that we love, that we've been playing for our entire lives, and so just having the opportunity of playing hockey, of the game that we love, I mean, enjoy every single minute of it because it definitely goes by quick.
Where can my listeners find you at on social media?
Yeah, so on Twitter, you can find me at just at Meghan Lorence, and then I believe it's the same on Instagram as well. Not a huge TikToker, so you won't find me there, but I'll be watching the TikToks.
Thank you again, Meghan Lorence, for your interview, and best of luck in Minnesota Whitecaps.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. Appreciate it.
Thank you. You can find Brandon Sports Talk on Facebook at Brandon Sports Talk, Instagram at Brandon Sports Talk, Twitter at Talk_Brandon, and you can find me on YouTube at Brandon Sports Talk. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you again, Meghan, for your interview, and best of luck.
Thank you.
You've been watching Brandon Sports Talk. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to Brandon Sports Talk on social media and on YouTube.